down to this, boys and girls. Of course, the final four of the Europa Conference League. Who's going to take advantage in the first legs of the semi-finals? We're going to take a look at it, all of it, next. Today we look forward to the 2021-2022, the inaugural Europa Conference League semi-finals, first legs, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, what you mean, smash your subscribe and hit bang today. All things Conference League related, Rovers related, whoa, football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one roofski. Goodness gracious me, what a tale on hands we have got here, of course, as bloody Mourinho has the cusps of making a first trophy for Roma. He does win trophies. Can he win this one? The first ever Conference League. It is destined, of course, to be decided very, very soon. Of course, take a look at all of it in a minute. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They're the patrons, guys. Thank you for loving, of course, behind the scenes. But anyway, let's jump in the deep end. Of course, revisit the quarterfinals. Of course, bring you back up to date with where we are right here, right now. Then, so of course, jump in the deep end. Here were the teams, of course, that made up the Europa Conference League in the old knockout stages. We've seen Rennes go bye-bye. Copenhagen no longer with us. But a Glimmet, of course, were the team to stop. Of course, AZ out, Marvites on them as well. On the other side of the bracket, we had Ghent, we had Basel, we had Lasic, we had Partizan Belgrade, to name but a few. But into the quarterfinals, we went with Leicester, PSV, Bodø Glimt, Roma, PAOK, Marseille, Slavia Prague, and Feyenoord as well. So we had some Dutchies, a high-strength Dutchy contingent, but we also had some juggernauts in Marseille and Roma, who, of course, have been key figureheads in their domestic leagues for a long, long time, but, of course, major players in Europe as well. So let's take a look at the first one. It was Leicester City against PSV. 2-1 win was my pick, but actually it was a 2-1 win, and, of course, it was a 2-1 win on aggregate to Leicester to go through to a semi-finals. Now, remember this, of course, if we look at the grand scheme of things, I don't know what's going on in the Greek league. I don't really know what's going on in the Norwegian league. I think the Norwegian league, Bodø Glimt are champions. And, of course, I don't know what's going on in the Slavia Prague league. But, of course, you win this trophy, you get passage into the Europa League yourself. So Leicester City right here, right now, in the Premier League, are struggling to make those numbers and, of course, to be in that ranking. So this is a good chance for them to make it into the Europa League for next season. Roma, they're in a contention to either be here again, once again, the Europa Conference League, once again, or in the Europa League next season. They're in 5th, I think, competing for 4th, maybe. And Marseille are also in the reckoning for Champions League. Feyenoord also in the reckoning for Europa League as well. So I don't know what else is going on elsewhere, but realistically, the biggest winners, I think, in all of these teams remaining would be Leicester City, of course, because they're doing shit or shittish over the Premier League. And, of course, this will give you a passage to Europe as well. So they are through to the semis, of course. But who do they will play? They will actually play Mourinho's boys, of course, after a 2-0 win. That was my pick. 4-0 it was in the end. 5-2 on aggregate. They're sick to the back side of these because they played each other 4 times this campaign. Twice in the group stages and twice in the knockouts. But finally, Mourinho has had his say. Of course, 4-0 win in the end. 5-2 on aggregate. And, of course, Bodø Glimt with Knutsen is out. Now, I'm telling you now, I feel Knutsen needs a move to the English game. And, of course, hopefully, Blackburn Rovers will come calling. Pay attention, Rovers. Go get Knutsen. He is the man. Meanwhile, of course, over the other side of the bracket, PAOK against Marseille. 2-2 was my pick. It was actually a 1-0 win for Marseille. And, of course, Marseille would go through 3-1 and aggregate as well. But who will they play on the other side of the bracket? Well, of course, Slavia Prague or Feyenoord locked horns. It was a 2-1 win for me. But, of course, it was actually a 3-1 win going the other way for Feyenoord. And, of course, 6-4 it was. Feyenoord are in to the semi-final. So, wow. We have Leicester City, of course, with Rodgers up against Mourinho's boys. Of course, locked in a City Premier League double-header there. Up against a Ligue 1, of course, and with Eredivisie, of course, semi-final on the other bracket with Marseille and Feyenoord as well. So we'll take a look at those in a minute. Let's take a look at, of course, our own league and take a bloody bow. Slide Scott, new to the scene here. 4 out of 4, 100%. Is he the new prediction king for next season? Keep an eye on him. Slide Scott is the man. Cool name as well. Vincent Hong and a whole chasing pack got themselves 3 as well. What about, of course, the overall leaderboard then? Take a bloody bow. Shane O'Donnell, 78 points as well. Jordan up there, 77, of course. And Bianca Muller in 4th with 75. Now, there is 5 points left on the offering. So, realistically, we're looking at Ferias, 77, GA, 15, and upwards, really. The rest of the years are going to have to you have to bribe me or something like that to get it. You have to become patrons, and you'll get an extra 10 points. Wink, 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 wink. Nudge, nudge. No, I'm only lying. But anyway, this, of course, is the link if you want to get involved for the next round of matches. Of course, the semi-finals, first legs. Again, just 2 points on the offering, but, of course, a good chance for you to get your name in lights for now. And, of course, maybe build for for next season, build a reputation for next season. And of course, while I'm here, make sure you smash the thumbs up as well. Smash your subscribe. It does wonders. It does really do much for the channel. It does get this video a bit more attention than it should do. So please do that. And it also recommends content just like this. So if you like European football, if you like Bundesliga, if you like Premier League, then of course you'll get recommended content just like that. So it's doing you a favour as well as doing the channel a favour. It costs you nothing. It's absolutely free to do it. But if you do want to spend something on the channel, check out the link down below, patreon.com/Roverseas. So here we go with the next round of matches, which are the semi-finals, and we're going to take a look at them, a long, hard look at them, starting with probably the tie of the round, which is Leicester City up against Roma, of course, coming at you at the King Power Stadium on Thursday, April the 28th. Now, these two sides have never played each other. Of course, it'll be the first time over at the King Power, take place, of course, April the 28th. Of course, Leicester City coming to just one defeat past 6 and 58% form, of course, up against the Roma side, just one defeat past 6 of them, 75% form heading into this match. Last time around, though, of course, Leicester did draw with Everton. They're actually going to be taking on, who are they taking on? They must be playing somebody right here, right now. Again, I am recording these on Saturday during game time. Leicester are playing Aston Villa right now, and as of recording, it is 0-0, hot off the press, of course. Up against the Roma side, taking on Internazionale later today. Bit of a zinger chicken dinner, of course, a season-defining game there. Also a season-defining game here, of course, as they take on Roma, Leicester City, over at the King Power. Let's take a look at the odds then, shall we, coming into this one? Leicester actually 5-4 for the victory, 23-10 issue, and 9-4 is your Roma, of course. Now, this is just the first legs, just the odds for the first legs. We'll take a look at the odds to be the champions at the end of it as well. But, of course, a tight game here. I think you don't really want to lose this first leg, no matter which side of the field you want. So I'm actually going to go, I think I'm going with a draw. That's right, 1-1 in the end. Points, well, it's no points, but, of course, advantage Mourinho for this one. Not in the driving seat, not over the line just yet. I think we could actually see a uber tense game between these two sides in the second legs. It might even be a draw again, force it to extra time and overtime. Who bloody knows? But for me, right here and now, I think it's a draw. I think Mourinho's going to play defensively. He might get an early goal. Tammy Abraham has been banging goals in for fun. Leicester City are a little bit all over the place right now. We don't know what Leicester City will turn up, but I think they represent themselves in pretty good shape. But ultimately, not win the game, not lose it, but of course come out with their heads held high. Next, of course, we have Marseille up against Feyenoord, or should I say Feyenoord up against Marseille over in the Adelblad on the shader. Eredivisie over in the Dutchlands, of course. Now, these two sides have never played each other, of course, heading into this. And, of course, Feyenoord just one defeat past 6, 75% form. Up against the Marseille side, just one defeat past 6, 83% form, winning 5 of the last 6. So, Marseille in red-hot form, but, of course, going to the Dutchlands for the first leg. Of course, Feyenoord did beat Slavia Prague last time around. Of course, that was the last match, 14th of April, of course. And meanwhile, Feyenoord taking on Utrecht, coming at you in the Adelblad on the shader, and they're expected to win that game. And, again, that's a home match as well. Off of Marseille, though, they did take on Nantes last time around. Heading into this, they'll take on Reims this weekend. And that's actually on a Sunday, and that's actually an away match. And again, they're anticipated to win that game despite being on the road for that one. Let's take a look at the odds then for this one. Over in the Dutchlands, 23-20 is your Feyenoord, 5-2 is your draw, 11-5 is your away win. That's, of course, Marseille on this one. So Marseille are probably, I think they're underdogs here. Feyenoord are expected to win this one, quite spicy. I don't know, I can't really remember which way I went, honestly, but again, I think all these matches are quite even Stevens. I think the winner of this game here, Leicester City against Roma, would be fancy to win it. I think Marseille might have the edge on this side of the bracket as well. But I'm going to go with a 2-1 win, surprise, surprise, over in the Dutchlands for Marseille. Of course, they are second in, of course, France, and of course, PSG are running away with it. And I think PSG are a different breed over there. I think they're on steroids. Well, not really, but they're the quality of players they have. But of course, Marseille realistically are the best of the rest, of course, and they're going to be a decent team in this final four, and one to watch out for, of course, to potentially go the distance as well. So that's of course my take on the semi-finals first legs. It doesn't mean game over just yet. I think both games are evenly poised, despite Marseille with the upper hand with the couple of away goals as well, which mean absolutely nothing these days. So take a look at, of course, the odds then for the trophy itself. Feyenoord are actually fourth favourites, like I said. Not like I said, but like I said, 4-1 to lift the trophy. Roma are actually third favourites, 11-4. Marseille and Leicester are joint favourites, of course, 9-4 to lift the trophy at the end of the campaign. What do you think about that then? Do you agree with the bookies? Do you agree with me? I'm backing Mourinho's boys all the way to win the first bit of silverware in his Roma era. Make sure you get your picks in, of course, 24 ECL picks, and also make sure you smash your thumbs up. It does wonders for your algorithm, and smash and subscribe if you're new, boys. That is it. Smash your subscribe. Check the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, also Patreon. But until then, boys, we're done right now. See you later. Until then, be safe.